Lamar Hollman, aka DJ LNYCE, was born and raised in Long Island, New York. He was a basketball star in New York. But the passion for music and being a DJ took over for DJ LNYCE, and the love for music went from being a hobby, DJing in his basement, to a professional career. His career took off and he became a tour DJ for many celebrity artists, traveling the world and meeting many different people. He decided to start a marketing company because being on the road, he noticed that there was a lot of missing gaps in marketing for artists. He started working with all types of different artists from Rick Ross to Flo Rida, T-Pain, Maya, and many others. He started traveling state to state and city to city promoting artists. He wanted to make sure he built a genuine relationship with DJs and promoters in each city, treating them like family. In 2016, he received his first gold and platinum plaques with Dej Loaf for the single Try Me. His second gold and platinum plaques were with designers Panda. His third was with Cardi B, Bodak Yellow, and the list went on. So since 2016, he has been a part of many major platinum recordings. He is currently doing A&R work, finding artists and putting records together. Pathways to success, let's welcome Lamar Hollman, aka DJ LNYCE.
Welcome to Pathway to Success. We have Lamar Hollman with us, DJ LNYCE, and I'm your host, Dr. Michael Hunter. It's good to be back right here in the United States of America. DJ Nice.
Yes, sir.
Wow, what a great, what impressive resume you have.
Thank you.
I saw pictures of you and Snoop Dogg's and some very well-known, famous hip hop artists in musical people in the industry.
I don't call them famous. I call them very successful people who put in.
Okay, I like that. I love that. Very successful people, and you're one of them also, DJ LNYCE.
I'm blessed to say yes. I have been very successful. I rate my success as from where I came from, so I'm very blessed to be able to be around great people who are also successful as well.
That's good. Great to have you on Pathway to Success. Tell us, who is DJ LNYCE, and where were you born? Tell us a little bit of your background.
I'm a kid from Long Island, New York, and who had a passion just to work hard at anything I ever did in life. My father and my mother, they're deceased now, but I watched my mother actually and father work really hard to provide a lifestyle for me and my two other brothers. And we just wanted to actually be able to give them something, because they put so much into us. Each of my brothers, we all wanted to work hard to show my mother and father that we're going to make them proud of who we are.
That's good.
And besides the DJ, my mom and my dad, they liked it, they were supportive, but the light bill was a little high. So,
but you had you're a great athlete also. Tell us about that before you step into music.
Yes. I was a basketball player. I was at my high school. I was the first freshman in my school to ever play varsity basketball. We went on to be break a lot of records that the school never had, and it was many years. And the best thing about that was I became one of the best point guards in the whole Long Island, New York. If you look at the Fish part of New York, I was one of the top 10 point guards from that part when I was in high school.
Wow.
Yeah.
And so you opted not to pursue basketball, but you opted to pursue music.
Yeah, it's crazy being African American playing basketball. They like, oh, you good, you athletic, you could dribble the basketball. My father wasn't an athlete, but no one never taught me when I was that young, like, hey, you can have a career and do this. So everything I did was like natural, just work hard and have fun with it. Then reality set in, traveling around the world to different basketball camps, playing against people the same age as me, like that can really do the same things I can do. So I realized in life, like, okay, I got to work extra harder now because they can do the same thing I could do. But one thing I do want to show you is tell you is like playing basketball. When you work hard and you play against someone all the time at a younger age, the younger you start, the better you're going to get by the time you get to a certain age. My younger brother became the New York State Basketball Player of the Year, won his New York State Championship. One of the only teams in New York to ever go 28-0. It's in Washington D.C. and I forgot one of the books in Washington D.C. as one of the best teams to ever play in Long Island. And he played with me my junior and senior year when he was in 8th grade and 9th grade. And by the time he was a senior, he became the New York State Basketball Player of the Year. So a lot of my blessings and success started in my household.
Yes. So your motivation came from your household, but is there a particular musical artist or DJ that motivated you that you liked and you said, you know what, I'm going to opt for doing music instead of pursuing a professional a career in basketball?
My oldest brother could write music in like 7th grade. He knew how to write music and stuff like that. So what ended up happening was like watching him do music and stuff like that. It allowed me to be able to it actually be able to like he showed me a lot. Like he could write music in 7th grade. Like where did that come from? My mom didn't do music. My dad didn't do music. And just watching him, I was amazed. And watching my older brother trying to be like him, that's where the music came in.
Okay, that's good. And so the influence of music came from watching your brother writing song music.
Yeah.
And then um, how did you first start it out from then?
It's funny. My mom was the president of this club, and they were putting on a talent show in our local area. And I watched like hip hop was. It was like 1986. My brother and his friends were rapping, and one guy was a DJ. And the guy said, "Put your hands in the sky," and everybody put their hands in the sky. I want to do that. I want to do that. I want to be the person to say, "Everybody put their hands up. Let's go." And I'm like, that's all I really wanted to do. That was nothing
Yeah.
more.
Let's put your hands up musically. Musically, right? Yes, DJ LNYCE. Yes. But did you face any challenges as you step out as a your first time in music? What were some of the obstacles or challenges that you faced before you
So
came to become successful?
so obviously, New York's the hip hop mecca where hip hop started. So back in the day, there was no iPhones, no text messaging. So it's like, how are they gonna know who I am? And it's like you see all these great DJs that came from New York. So it's like, how can I compete against them? And it's the craziest thing. I started DJing parties like when I went to college, like college parties and things of that nature, and it was fun. Like I was in college doing it, but when I came home from college, I started DJing a comedy club, and a lot of comedians they were on up and coming. The next thing you know, I started seeing these guys on TV and stand ups and stuff. I'm like, oh snap, they made it. They were in a little small comedy club, and New York was really fun, like with the music, because everything was music from being from New York. But what I realized, like when I graduated college, all my friends were going to jail, all of them. I don't think I have one friend who didn't go to jail. And it was like, I went to college and went away from all this. I started meeting different people from different walks of life. And I said to myself, I need a change in my life. I came home, stayed at my mom's house for 1 year, and I made the biggest transition, the best transition in my life. I moved to Tampa, Florida.
Oh, so you relocated from New York to Tampa, Florida, and then all of a sudden, so it's amazing because we're in Florida,
Yeah,
and I know about music in Miami, but I never know that Tampa, Florida
yeah.
has such a big buzz.
So
DJ Nice.
So when I came to Tampa, it wasn't really about music. It was just trying to start a life and not do what everybody else where I grew up from was doing. Even though I had basketball and everything like that. So what I ended up doing was, it, it, um, I met some guy and he brought me in the club to DJ. And all I played was all New York music, and the whole dance floor moved off the dance floor.
Wow.
And I said, there was a couple of New Yorkers in there, so it was they were dancing. But from that point on, what I did was I started studying music. I started understanding what makes people in Florida like to dance and have fun versus people in New York that don't like to have fun. So I would go out 7 days a week and just sit in the club and listen to what the DJ would play. And I started seeing the reaction to certain records, the speeds of record, the BPMs, what the record, like what makes somebody move, what they don't. So like, I kind of started studying music and how people, what type of music people enjoyed, so I can actually adapt to the culture that was in Florida.
Which are some of the artists that you played at that time when you first started?
Black Rob, rest in peace. He had a big record.
Black Rob,
He had a big record called Whoa. I've done parties with a comedian named Freddie Ricks, who's, if you ever watch the movie Baby Boy, in the very last scene with Vin Raines and the guy outside, that's the comedian. And Tyrese, when Tyrese pulls up, the guy he's talking to is the guy I was DJing for at the comedy club.
Well, that's good. That's good.
So I just say Florida, like, it was just I never really watched people have a good time with music. In New York, it's all hard music and stuff like that. So I had to like try to dissect the music and stuff.
So you as a DJ now, you know I like hip hop music, but where you're saying music, the rappers from New York are more hardcore.
At that point in time, they were.
At that point in time.
Yes.
Which rapper right now within New York that you think that is doing very well?
His name is Dusty Locane. He's out of Brooklyn, New York, Canarsie. He's a guy that I actually was referred to by somebody I knew, and the blessing with that was 2020. One of my closest friends worked for a record label and did a record deal within 12 days after hearing the kid that I brought to him.
Wow.
And his first record he ever put out in his life, the first record ever, went gold, and now it's almost platinum.
Well, congratulations, DJ LNYCE. That's great.
Thank you.
You are really someone that really inspire. Well, what are some of the artists that you have worked with in the music industry so far?
Rick Ross, Designer, Cardi B, Mace, Mano, Jim Jones, Flo Rida, T-Pain, Travis Scott. I'm trying to think. The City Girls.
You work. I'm a DJ. You work with all the major players.
Yeah,
most of the major players in the music in the hip hop game.
But there's a reason why that all happened. My friends, not the friends I was telling you about, but other friends through the walks of life, they started DJing for some of the biggest artists around the world. So I used to be around them. That's how I started meeting people, like those type of artists.
And so when you came to them now, it was much easier for you to get to know them. We're going to take a short break on Pathway to Success with DJ LNYCE, and we'll be right back.
All right, thank you.
Are you looking to advertise your business? Look no further. Pathways to Success is offering 3 30-second slots each Sunday of the month for $100. Please contact 561-331-1524 for all inquiries.
Welcome back to Pathway to Success. I'm your host, Dr. Michael Hunter, and we have El Nice, DJ El Nice, on. El Nice, you have worked with you named a few, man, some very powerful names.
Yeah.
Cardi B. What was it like working with Cardi B, and what was it like working with Cardi B? What was the
So
most? Mhm.
it's funny. A friend of mine's actually called me up. He called me one day and said, "I have this record, and I need your help because I work with a lot of other. There's a lot of records I didn't mention that are bigger than all these people, right? But
Uh-huh.
he had called me and was like, "Hey, I got this record, this new girl that we're working with. I think she's gonna be the biggest girl in music." So initially, when he sent me the record, I was like, "It's cool, it's all right." But then I started watching her work ethic, and I was like, "Wow, like she's making a way for herself and creating her own lane." So it's like I remember seeing Cardi in Toronto, like and nobody like she couldn't just go in the airport now being Cardi B, but it was like she was just a normal person tapping in with everybody. So it's like she's always been like positive and humble, just worked real hard. So that's what it was like.
And you also mentioned Rick Ross. There's a young artist that he just signed by the name of Sharif.
Yep.
And what's it like working with Mr. The boss, Rick Ross?
So his the people around. So a lot of my mutual friends are friends with Ross and two guys, Lex Promotions out of Miami and Jeter K, his road manager. We're really close or whatever. And it was just when he like every artist needs help, just like every DJ's trying to get to the next level. So it's like they needed help. I provided the assistance they needed to help get their records out and stuff like this. So we used to do conference calls every Sunday and have DJs from all over the country on the record. And I'm sorry about that. So what ended up happening was Ross used to call in and talk to the DJs all the time. So that's kind of where it was at. Like Ross would always call and just talk to the DJs because he knew exactly that he was going to be big. Like he always tapped in with the people, made himself feel like he was actually approachable. You know, and he still taps in with a lot of the same DJs from now.
It's good. Well, who was your first major celebrity you got the opportunity to work with?
Dej Loaf. She had a record called "Try Me," and it's so funny when I heard the record, I didn't know what she looked like. As one of my friends called me like, "Yo, this record's gonna be big," and I'm trying to figure out who's their manager. I couldn't find it out. I fly to New York City, and the guy who did the deal for the artist I told you about, he told me she's gonna be in a bidding war by all the labels. And I was like, all right, cool. Now I fly to Atlanta for the BET Awards, and I go see one of my good friends, and he's like, yo, I need your help with this new artist I got. I'm like, who? He's like, Dej Loaf. I'm like, I've been looking all around for it. So it's like I felt like it was a blessing from God, you know, because that record went #1 in the country, and we did a lot of marketing promotion to get her name out there, and to see your hard work pay off is more than any dollar amount you can ever get.
It's true. You have received gold and platinum plaques for your work, which is great accomplishment. Congratulations. How do you set yourself apart from the other producers in the music industry?
We only get one life here, so you always got to treat people with respect and understand the same people that you may not treat right you could be working for them. So you always got to remain humble because with music, every year there's a new record every single year. So you don't know who's the next biggest artist or who's the next big executive is going to be. You know what I'm saying? Just because you get a position and you get successful and so the money start coming in, always remember to stay grounded. That goes back to my household. My mother made sure we were always respectful. Made sure to share with people. Never treat nobody like you better than them.
What techniques? That's great. What techniques do you normally? Because for you, you're very humble, of course, working with these big name artists today. You're a great success story. But what techniques do you use, Nice, to incorporate in marketing and in music when it comes down to finding artists?
Um, just understand that everybody's different. Um, like, see, I think the biggest problem is everybody tries to copy what someone else is doing, and you can't get the same results if you're following somebody. You got to see where your strong points are, your weak points are, so make your weak points stronger and your stronger points even stronger. And no one, everyone says, okay, he got his video on BET. Let me put my video on BET. Let me go do this. Let me go do that. The same thing. Let me get the show here. And it may work for one man, but not for the other person. Sometimes people want to be able to connect with you. Your fans have to relate to who you are. And then if you're going for a different audience, a rock and roll audience, trying to push rap onto them, it's not going to work. You got to know who likes your music. You got to understand how to approach them. Excuse me.
Say for instance, for myself, if I come to you saying that I want someone to manage me,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
You to manage me. What would be your cost? Because you platinum records, gold. How much do to have someone like you market my music or to represent me? What how much would it cost?
See, it's not a cost to manage because if you know, managers are supposed to manage your career to bring money into you. So a lot of people are like, hey, I got to pay you to be my manager. That's not what he does. Managers bring money to you to make, and then he gets a percentage of what he brings to you based off the structure of your contract. See, and that's something I see. There's people out there that pay people to be their managers, and I'm like, okay, but you also got to have something to manage. I can't manage something if you don't got nothing going on.
I like that. I like DJ nice. You don't have anything going on, you can't manage anything. There's nothing to manage.
I'm blessed, but I can't always make miracles happen.
I like that. Is there any current new artist that you're working with presently that you think that's about to blow up big?
Yes, there is one. I wish I could have her up here. She's an R&B art. So I was referred by an artist by the name of Jason Daxon, which I was managing with my partner Candy Christine when he was 17 years old. The blessing
I know
of, of
Jason.
yeah. So the blessing of that was we took him to every. You know who you know the group Escape.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I took him to her Latasha Scott's house of Escape. He didn't know who she was, but he was in her house, and I took it to Atlantic Records. I took it to something from Rock Nation, all these labels, and one of my guys. This is a true story. He doesn't even know this. One of my guys tried to partner with me. He said, "Hey," and this kid is like 18, 19. He said, "He's a star. If nobody sees it, I see it. I want to partner with you guys." He said, "If he loses some weight, I'll put up $1 million."
Wow.
Me being as a manager, everybody like take the money. I said, you know what? He's younger. I don't know how that if I tell him that how it will affect him. You know, he was new in the United States. But the thing was, I said to myself, if that guy was willing to give me $1 million for him, he's worth way more than that. So that's why like it's all about time and staying patient. So the girl you asked me like who's the next biggest star? So what I did was I called him on FaceTime. I called him with the artist that I have. And I made her sing to him. And I don't know if he's looking and watching and things of that nature, but he started crying. And one thing about music, you cannot deny the emotion music brings to your body. See, that's when I was in the club asking how a record's gonna be big, I watch people's body language. Their emotion when the record came on, they dancing, do they stop dancing, are they happy, are they sad? So what she's saying, she has a very I call this I don't know what to call it, but it's it's like God putting your hands on you and touching you, like when you hear her voice. It's that pleasant. And I needed, if I knew he was a star, if I believe she's a star, so let me see what the star says about the person I believe is a star. And that's all the validation I need. You don't need validation of people who are in the industry. You need validation of the people, because the people make the music. So
if there's any young producers that's watching you this evening and they want to get in the game, the music,
yep.
Is there any words of advice, inspiration you can give them?
Get a lawyer. This is a
That's funny. Get a lawyer. Can you tell us why? Expound some more of that.
I mean, I can speak on this briefly. I have a client of mine who had a contract that he copied and signed the artist, right? But when I saw the artist, I was like, yo, he's gonna be big. You better get a real contract before something happens. He did. They fell out. Labels are trying to sign him. Guess what? They got to go through my client to sign him, because he did the contract I told him to do. The game is business. It's music business. It's not music friend. Not music we cool. Not music I give you a little bit of money. It's to make money. And if you don't understand, you don't have legal representation. One wrong word in a contract can cost you millions of dollars.
That's powerful.
Yeah.
You have the opportunity. I mean, where do you see yourself in the next 3 to 5 years?
With my own label situation, putting on, like, see, I'm one of those guys who like to work with people who I like to work with people who are actually motivated. They keep me motivated. So I might see a kid 22 years old. You might see him hanging out with me every day because I get motivated because of the passion they have to be great. And pretty much most of the people God has blessed me, most of the people who work with me, I have a success story from. Even my girlfriend, she always did music all her life, and the best thing for me was when she actually ended up getting her first place songwriting placement. Because she always, I can't write, but she was in the studio, she wrote a record, and is doing really well. My producer, he landed some records with some of the biggest artists, and these guys were sleeping on my floor. Like I watched these guys really sleep on my floor, and just passionate about music. I can't really work with people just who chase the money. You got to have the passion for music. The money will come.
I'm DJ LNYCE. You? What's the name of your label? Or
well, my management company is SMG Secure Management Group. So SMG Secure Management Group.
And where's that? Where's that located?
It's based in Florida and Atlanta.
Florida and Atlanta.
Yes. But I'm everywhere. I go to everybody's city. I've been over 150 cities this year.
You have been over 150 this year. We're just in the month of September.
I know. This is my 150. Where I'm at now is my 150 city being back here.
Wow. Look at the cameras. I got to really set a team to follow you on pathway to success to some of your cities and your venues. Have you been out of the country? Have you ever traveled out of the country to do any form of?
Absolutely.
Where?
Huh?
Where are the places you have traveled?
Costa Rica, Canada, Mexico. My apologies. It was what else? Dubai.
You've been to Dubai?
Yeah, I'm trying to think what else. Abu Dhabi. It'll come back to me in a second. And it's crazy because where else did I go? I know I've been to more places than that. I said Costa Rica, but almost every city in the United States.
Wow, you mentioned Dubai. Look like I have to pack my suitcase and follow you. You've heard it right here on Pathway to Success. DJ LNYCE, the much traveled DJ LNYCE. He has worked with several great prominent musical artists in the
Yes.
rap game, and he's just going. So inspirational. Um,
Thank you.
what change would you like to see in the rap industry? What are some of the changes?
What changes? Understanding to make. I wish that we understand the reason why doing music is to change the lives of families and better ourselves versus causing so much violence, and understand, like, it's a blessing for me to be through so many years of music business to see some of the greatest, but we also lost. Can you hear me? I'm sorry. Um, we also lost a lot of the greatest people, um, and things of that nature. So, like, I just wish, like, understand, get back to the basics, make music for people versus trying to harm someone's family and stuff like that. Because at the end of the day, it's all about living and being successful and happy, like, with your family. You know what I'm saying? Like, people, this is an opportunity for us to be able to feed our families by doing music.
Which artist right now, and that's a big statement, I'm not putting you on the spot on national television, but which artist that you really believe that is really just rocking the industry right now, or on top right now?
Oh, that's a good question.
Drake, I think Drake would be something that would come off most people's lips, right?
Yeah, Drake. You know who I like? I like Lil Baby. I haven't worked with him. I've been.
Baby, yeah.
Yeah, I like him. I like what he's doing for his city of Atlanta, and even for the world, because you know the great ones, like Rod Wave is another one I commend. I like Rod Wave. Um, who else? Trying to think. I like, you know what's so crazy? I like a lot of people who are not signed, actually, and that people don't know yet, but they will know.
Yeah.
It's just anyone that can better themselves for the better. I salute them. But, like, Drake is definitely, I guess you got to say him and Future are definitely two biggest.
Well, you said something about Little Baby. I was watching a documentary, Little Baby, last night. It's amazing.
Yeah.
And the Little Baby is really one of my favorite rappers. I believe that he's really positive, he's making some good moves, he's focused, and he's winning big. So I I like when you answer that question, Little Baby, for me, and Drake right now, the two ones that I really believe that are making a great impact right now. There are others also. There are
Yeah.
others also that's doing great, but Little Baby seems to be the one right now that him and Drake is just going, you know. And
Absolutely.
mhm. Have you ever had the opportunity to work with Little Baby, meet Little Baby?
No, I haven't. I haven't. But one of my friends works with him really close. One of my good friends. But I'm also a fan, so I like to watch and study what they do too. Like, you can't get to know everybody. Like,
I know that. Yeah, we want to shout out to Little Baby and Drake. Yeah, man, keep on producing good music. We're enjoying your music. DJ LNYCE right here on Pathway to Success. I think we're going to go over to our trivial question. We're going to take a short break. A short break on Pathway to Success. I'll be back with you, DJ LNYCE.
all right, thank you.
Would you cop it or drop it? This segment of today's show is sponsored by Mary Kay. The featured song of the day is Bible Next to Mine by Demo Denard. Please rate the video from 1 to 10 in the comments.
I'll be like, Julio, let's get the ad-lib and stuff. I do that, I do that, I do that. A sweetheart, day. scat or something like that. Maybe talking in tongues, you know what I mean? You walk right in the church. You got on a dress that I like, looking like you're coming from work, and your shoe game is looking so nice. I wish that you could sit right next to me. Maybe we can read a scripture from 1 through 3. Now wait a minute, is the usher walking over here right next to me? Then he pointed my direction, said, go ahead and take a seat. I think I feel that God just went and blessed me, but I gotta keep my cool, cause she put a Bible next to mine. She put a Bible next to mine. Father God, I hope my time is right. Every good man needs a Christian wife, Christian wife, Christian wife. See, God has a way to positioning things right for you, and sometimes you can't see it until it comes right to you, from you. And that's just how he works, no questions asked. Roman 8:28, Roman 8:28, please keep the faith. You're going to have to believe, cause God got something smooth right up his sleeve, and that's God's purpose, and it's worth it, and she's worth it. Nobody's perfect. Put a Bible next to mine. She put a Bible next to mine. Father God, I hope my time is right. Every good man needs a Christian wife, Christian wife, Christian wife. I da do da da do and why da da do da do da. She put a Bible next to mine. Father God, I hope my timing's right. Every good man needs a Christian wife, Christian wife, Christian wife. Put a Bible next to mine. She put a Bible next to mine. Father God, I hope my timing's right. Every good man needs a Christian wife, Christian wife, Christian wife. See, God has a way to positioning things right for you. See, God has a way to positioning things right for you.
Welcome back to Pathway to Success. We just watched Demo Denard video, Bible Next to Mine. And we have DJ LNYCE on. And I'm going to ask you, out of 10, what would you give this song and this video?
A 7.
A 7. What is it that would that you you gave it a 7? I gave it a
I can't see the number.
I gave it a 5. I gave it a 5. Well, you're the record producer, but I believe that there was not much. It was not an exciting song. It was very laid back. Yes.
Yes, it looks like it's for a female. It's definitely for a female record because how they shot the video. Now, the reason why I gave it a 7 because there's certain things that have to be fixed in the record. See, my thing is, I'm harsh, but I'm not harsh. I'm just understanding like making a record. See, the thing is, it's kind of when I review records, I like to speak to the artist because I like to see their train of thought, where they were coming from when they were making a record, and certain things with the video. There's certain edits that needed to be fixed in the video, you know, because you got to remember, once you make the product, you got to package the product, and you got to distribute the product. And you got to understand who you're going to market it to and who's going to be the people that listen to it. Not just family and friends and stuff like that. You got people in China. You got people in Africa. You got people in the West Indies. You got people in New York, Florida, all over the world. So you want to make records to impact everybody. That everybody like, yeah, I like that record. And it was cool, but it was mellow, laid back, like you said. But I didn't want to give it too low because if they fix a couple of things, that it could actually, he could start getting recognized and stuff. Where's the artist based out of?
I'm right here in Florida. I like the topic, Bible next to mine.
Okay.
And the video, depicts that he was speaking about a female, but I believe that nice vocals, just, a song that would really put someone to sleep. But Kimberly Miller said she loved it. Another Facebook user said, great song. Elizabeth Perkins says, great song. Lily, all the way from New Zealand, says she gave it a 9. So DJ LNYCE, we both of us have, I guess they're gonna get us on that one. Kristen Wheeler, mother of California, say jazzy love song. Yes, sweet video. And another I see Romans 28 verse 28. But we're gonna go to our trivia question section.
Okay.
Paula Gaskin, my daughter, said she give it 6. So she give it 1 over her father and 1 less than you. And she's all the way in Washington.
But let me tell you something, right?
Yes.
So there's been artists that people came to me with that I didn't like, and they're like the biggest artists in the world.
I believe you.
Like, see, the thing about music is, just like how people do research, you got to do research. Every person gonna have a different opinion because we don't have the same ear. We don't listen to music the same.
That's true.
So if there was a lot of people saying 9, and they're from different places around the world, I start paying more attention to it because I'll be like, you know what? They hear something I don't hear, so let me go back and listen to it. See, the problem with a lot of times when you listen to music is certain people like to listen to music when they clean up. Certain people like to listen to music when they're in the showers. I like to listen to music when I'm driving. Actually, I'm lying. I don't like to listen to music when I'm driving. I like to be quiet in the car. But there's times I do want to hear new records, and I'll put a playlist together and play those records over and over. I might play one song 15 times just to put myself in the artist's shoes. But with that artist there, I think the video could have been a lot stronger. But I didn't want my number to take away from the song itself.
Okay, thank you so much, DJ LNYCE. There's a trivia question I want to ask everyone that's watching. Everton Layler says, where is it? There's a comment from Everton Layler. I'm trying to find that. It's hard decision even giving him a 5.
Yes.
That was his opinion. Everybody seems to be in agreement with LNYCE and the statements that you made. You're the professional. You're good at what you do, and you have LNYCE. What I like about you, you have the platinum and the golds to show too. So that the awards. So that is true.
You want to hear a funny story? I was
Yes.
never. I started getting good, and I do make mistakes. When a friend of mine was like, they told me, he asked me for feedback. I like, it's hot. You know what he said to me? He said, everything ain't hot. He said, be honest with be honest. And from that day forth, once that happened, I realized people may not like you, but the truth of honesty of music might be the best way. Like, so many people, like I study music so much, like music get up, like certain music, and music in general for artists, it's a chemical that goes off in your head that the music does for you, right? So if you ever notice when you get older rappers that keep want to rap, they might be in their 40s and stuff like that. That's because it's like it's still giving them that, oh, I can do this. So music when you study music and understand there's certain melodies and certain keys that, like nursery rhyme. Like think about it. If you ever go back and listen to A Boogie, he sounds like he's saying nursery rhyme. So it's catchy, it's rememberable. So people remember that. It's friendly. So you gotta understand how certain cadences and melodies are made.
I like that. Now we're going to go to our trivia question. Which American rapper, and now this rapper to me, my favorite of all time. Which American rapper originally went by the name Lesan Parish Crooks? Lesan Parish Crooks. Yes, I want everybody to answer in the comment section because we have a giveaway. We have a prize that we're going to give away. For anyone who can tell me the right answer. Which American rapper originally went by the name Lesan Parish Crooks? Lesan Parish Crooks. And if you're right, we're going to send you off a gift right here from Pathway to Success to you. Maybe I can spell it out.
Can I ask?
Lesane, Lesane, Parish, Parish, Crooks, because my Caribbean accent is a bit thick. Crooks. Which rapper went by that? Which American rapper is not from the Caribbean? Is not from Europe. As a matter of fact, this rapper is almost everyone's favorite hip hop artist of all time. It should be easy.
Can I answer?
Yes, go ahead and answer.
Tupac Shakur.
Who?
Tupac Shakur.
You're telling me, or you're just making a statement?
No, I'm telling you.
You're right. Yes, you're right. Congratulations. And nice. You have won the gift package from Pathway to Success. So, who else had it in the comments? Who else? Who was the first? I saw. Who was the first one? Apostle Paula Gaskin. Oh, she was the first. So she got you first on this, Lenice. You have a lot of money, so you give away the gift but from all of Washington D.C.
Absolutely.
Paula Gaskin said Tupac Shakur. That's great. She's right.
He was born in New York.
He was born in New York. You know, it's my favorite rapper of all time. I was talking about Tupac before I even came on the show that that's the realest rapper I've ever seen. That I've seen. And in the music that he wrote, the songs, he was just the best. A poet, songwriter. He was an activist. He was fearless.
Yes.
And today his music lives on, very strong.
Yeah, absolutely.
Great having you on Pathway to Success, DJ LNYCE. I want to thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule. 150, oh my God, cities. And we're in the month of September.
Listen,
oh my word! Before we reach
I'll be in another city tomorrow. I'll be in another city Tuesday, and I'll be in another city on Wednesday.
So, how many suitcases you carry, or you just go to city and buy new clothes?
You know, sometimes I do that. Sometimes I just fly and just buy stuff. But I need some new luggage.
You should do that. We want to wish you all your best on your endeavors, DJ LNYCE. Keep on doing the great music that you've been producing. And thank you so much for taking time out to
Thank you,
inspire
guys.
us on
Thank
pathway to success. Before you leave, though, I want you to leave a word. I want to leave a word of encouragement for anyone that is watching today.
You said, I'm sorry. You said,
Say
say one more time.
I want you to leave a word of a word that will encourage people for those who are listening today.
Just know anything you put your mind to, you can do it. You know, I used to DJ in my basement and have all my friends come over there, and now years later, they like, yo, you never gave up. Like you like obviously, you know, people have families, people have kids. You got to find the motivation inside yourself to make you keep going, no matter if it doesn't seem like you're going anywhere. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, you have to understand anything you put your mind to, you can do or find a way to do. And as weird as this sounds, someone invented a light bulb. Somebody invented a toothpick. Somebody invented alcohol. Somebody invented certain types of food. But it came from here. So continue to understand. No idea is a dumb idea. Just keep trial and tribulations. That's what it is.
You have heard it from the best, well-traveled, well-decorated Platinum Gold Awards, DJ LNYCE on Pathway to Success. Have a great week of
Thank
success.
you. Take care. Are we good?